reacted when I bumped into him at the keg. "Hey, Tinkerbell. Going somewhere?" When that giant, scary-looking motherfucker smiled down at me, it felt like someone had flipped a switch on his whole demeanor. His dark features lit up. His eyes twinkled with some inexplicable recognition, and 2 adorable dimples broke through his tough exterior. He looked at me as if he'd been looking for me. Before I even finished apologizing for our collision, the bass player simply chuckled and tucked me up under his arm. Click! I fit like a puzzle piece. Then he steered me into the living room and plopped me down onto his lap. And that was where we'd spent the rest of the night. 2 happy rockers, marooned in the middle of the Gothic Sea. "So what's your name, Tinkerbell?" The dimple-cheeked devil beamed at me, nonchalantly rubbing a slow circle on my thigh with his thumb. "Bibi!" I croaked. I cleared my throat and tried again, forcing myself to meet his gunmetal blue gaze. "I'm Bibi. Hi." "So, Bumblebee, why were you in there getting your own beer?" I smiled and rolled my eyes. "Well, who else was gonna get it for me?" he interrupted with a grin. "I think I'm gonna be getting all your drinks from now on." I scoffed, trying desperately to keep my cool, and said, "I don't even know who you are." Mr. Tall, Dark, and Tattooed grinned. His white teeth glistened. His dimples deepened. My heart rate skyrocketed. My palms got sweaty. "I'm Hans," he said sweetly and without a shred of ego. "I'm the bass player." Hans hadn't taken his hands or eyes off me the entire night. Not that I minded. The way he touched me, looked at me, spoken to me, it wasn't like a guy who was trying to get into my pants. It was like a guy who'd already gotten into my pants and met my parents. Locking eyes with Clover, a purple pony with a peeling pink mane, I thought. This is what Cinderella must have felt like the morning after the ball. Except I don't even have a glass slipper to prove it was real. And also, I'm pretty sure Cinderella wasn't this hungover. Clover stared back at me with sad, equine eyes. I wish she could peel the rest of the way off the wall and go get me some fucking Advil. My head was pounding. Groaning, I pulled the pony-covered polyester comforter up under my chin and rolled over. Onto a body. I screamed and scrambled backward, realizing a moment too late that, with 2 people in a twin-size bed, there was no backward to scramble to. As soon as I felt myself falling over the edge, I reached out and grabbed the first thing I could get my hands on. It was an arm. And it was covered with the stuff of nightmares. Hellraiser and Jason and Freddy and Pennywise sneered at me as I clawed at their faces, trying to keep from going overboard. The arm flexed and jerked away from me, but I held on for dear life. The motion yanked me back onto the bed, where I landed face first, with a smack, on the bare chest of my unexpected roommate. Laughter, deep yet boyish, vibrated under my cheek. "You scared the shit out of me," the beast chuckled, wrapping his tattooed arm around my shoulders and pulling me in closer. The gesture and the warmth from his body turned my insides to goo. "You scared the shit out of me," I giggled, smacking him on the chest. I wanted to sit up and look at him, make sure he was real. Ask him a million questions about what had happened the night before, but I couldn't. Not yet. I needed to let him hold me first. I almost purred as I snuggled into his side and draped my right arm over his bare torso. It had been almost 3 months since I'd felt the flesh of a boy beneath my fingertips, felt the rise and fall of his chest beneath my cheek. I hadn't gone that long without a boy to cuddle with since middle school? Elementary school? As far back as I could remember,